Okay, it's 15 minutes to 9 p.m. Welcome back, and it's been a jam-packed lineup. This brings us to the last segment for tonight, and tonight I'm speaking to the founder of the country's first black-owned kettle brand. It's called Zuluish. Zuluish. And they've obviously appealed for assistance to expand and create more employment opportunities. And in the interview, you're going to see the quality of the product. Guys, I must say, Yandisa Zulu is creating something that's of quality and it's got swag. And tonight, I welcome the founder of this fantastic initiative, Mr. Zulu Boy himself, Yandisa Zulu. Good evening, Yandisa. Welcome to
Yeah,
social
man.
media, and thanks for taking the time on Friday Night Live.
How you guys doing? Are you guys good?
All good. Man, I'm just so proud. This is the third segment now of being a patriot. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
I think tonight is like hashtag Africa Bora because we had on the Tech Talk segment South
Mm-hmm.
Africa's involvement in space. I had a
Mm-hmm.
young African gen from the East, Ran in Boxburg,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
animator now on
Yeah.
Cartoon Network. And now I've got you.
Yeah.
And man,
I
your
heard about that,
kettles.
but I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I think I
Okay.
think I think I would like to work with him actually. I really
Okay.
would like to work with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if we can connect us, we can sit down and we can build something. I know we can
Well,
build.
there's
By the
always
way,
the
I'm proud of your
mediator.
work, bro.
Awesome. Thanks a lot,
I'm
man.
proud of your work, man. I'm really proud of your work. I'm proud of what you guys are doing there. Serving
Awesome.
our
I
people with
appreciate it.
excellence and brilliance. I
Yeah.
really, really hope and pray that you guys grow.
Inshallah, as we say, God willing, we hope that we and the country and humanity itself, we do this
Mm,
for the greater good. It's for the pleasure of the Creator and for
yeah.
the betterment of our people. Now, first things first, right? I want to
Mm,
talk about you
mm,
and your entrepreneurship. Before we start off with the launching
mm,
of this fantastic electronic appliance, which looks like a smeg, right?
mm.
Who is Yandisa Zulu? And take us through who you are. Just give us a brief overview of exactly who you are, and
Oh,
then we'll talk about the launch
man.
of your fantastic products.
Yeah. Yandisa Zulu is a guy, just a simple Zulu guy that grew up in the Eastern Cape. So I was born in Gauteng, grew up in the Eastern Cape, came back to Joburg, then went to KZN my dad's side, and then came back to Joburg as well.
Sure.
Um, Look, man, I've really, yeah, that's
Now
my,
you want to know why I'm saying you're because you're a Zulu boy who goes to the heart of the Xhosas and then comes back to Joburg. So and so I'm like, okay, all right. But anyway, never
yeah,
mind. I'll
yeah,
just go with
man.
the flow.
So you are in Gauteng where you have to speak. Okay, that's what I believe. I've really had to know how to speak and hear every language there is in here. Now, I think one thing that is very much unique is the fact that I did not have an access to these things growing up. I did not even know that they exist. Right. The only thing that we had was the television. I remember back in our days with black and white. I don't know if you still remember that you would watch until 12 o'clock, and then 12 o'clock would be that big, and then you'd
Yes.
catch TV the next day again. So I
Yes.
think television was the most influential thing in how we thought and how we saw the world. Yeah, so I grew up and I was raised by my grandparents. So my dad died when I was very young. He was a taxi owner.
Okay.
Died when I was very young. He was young himself. I think he was in his 30s. And yeah, man, I grew up and here we are today. But what's amazing about it is the fact that one didn't have an access to a library. Two, I didn't know how to use a computer. So the high school that I went to, there was a computer lab where they would just teach you how to type. But I was not doing computer
Microsoft XP.
science.
That was when you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd slip in, I would go in there and like, okay, there's nobody. And then learn how to switch it on and just press. I used to love to write. So I'd go there, just write stuff and not actually type to. And then people would come back and I'm like, oh, I saw what you wrote there and so beautiful. So that's what I used to do and that's how I learned how to use the computer. So basically, that's
Now, um, you say it's just a kettle. Proudly SA brand, Zuluish, getting a
Yeah,
lukewarm reception. But now we're going to put you on fire. We're going to boil the water and make this stratospheric, inshallah. That's the vision that we want to go with, right? Now,
yeah, yeah,
the inspiration for creating this fantastic looking brand, and the viewers can see in the background images that Sadex put up there. I saw a really bespoke white. There's a green one, and I like the decal of the tribe. But now I've got a question, right? Whenever I go to
yeah,
Durban, like, why do all the Zulu people then reply to me in English when I say Prayako Untusa Kupa 2.2 Kupelo, and then they respond in English, number one, right? Number two, you put the
yeah,
Zulu tribal imagery there. But what about a guy who's
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
Toyando and his name is Mashudu? What is he going to do?
yeah.
I'm just
Well,
asking.
I guess, no, I guess one has to explain the vision of the business, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, let's start here. Zuluish, the cattle is part of the company, right? It's not the entire company. We
Yes.
don't
Yeah.
specialize in cattle.
Yeah.
Cattle is one of the things that we want to deeply go into, right?
Yes.
There's obviously other exciting products that are coming. Very exciting. However, I I think I don't want to build uh, this mindset around this product that this is all what we do. Like there's nothing else we'll ever do. This is just it. Because the name of our company is Zuluish Appliances and
Mm-hmm.
Automation. So we do appliances and automation. So those are neighboring industries. So if you want to do appliances in this day and age, you must make sure that they are automatable, right? So you have to know those. Now, in terms of the logo, I'm Zulu, so meaning I'm from a royal family, right?
Okay.
So that here and a show
Honorable
and our family,
Prince
yeah, represent our
of
family,
Yandiswa Zulu. I should call you
yeah.
Honorable or Your Highness. Okay.
No, 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 man. But I sat
Yeah.
down 7 years ago, and I'm like, I want to be able to build something that, even if you were in the deepest, let's say you go to Maghreb, right,
Mm.
in
All
Saudi
right.
Arabia, we've been getting a lot of orders from there, and our brothers are supporting us from there.
All
Like,
right.
yo, we're in Saudi Arabia, we like what you're doing because remember, Saudi Arabia is a kingdom country.
Mm-hmm.
I can take you back to how it started in actual fact.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
there's any country that I know better than any country in Asia, it's Saudi Arabia, you know, and they're doing exciting things. So we've been getting orders from that side. They want the product and so forth and so forth. And that's what I wanted. I wanted someone who can be in Doha, in Qatar, or in Afghanistan, and it's very painful what is happening there. And it really breaks my heart seeing
Yeah.
our people. When I say our people, I mean we're a global community, right?
Yes.
We really can't be going through such things. On a serious note, we really need to sit down and see how we can be able to help, those refugees that are running out of that place, right? And we need to be loving and accept them and give them hope and see how we can be able to build them. Because I know very well, I know there's greatness hidden in there, you know. So we just wanted that. We just wanted people that are going to be like, I'm in Australia,
Yeah.
I love your product. Or imagine a person walking in Rio de Janeiro, like a mall, and then they
Mm-hmm.
see the bread. Automatically, they're going to know that it's from Africa.
So
Automatically. We
basically,
wanted to
what you want to do is
identify.
take something from the Kasi to the favelas. I get your dynamic here to globalize and yeah, like to for the world to embrace not only
Yeah,
The Zulu culture but your brand, and that's how entrepreneurship works,
yeah.
right or wrong?
We
Exactly,
just wanted
that's the
to
model.
represent South Africa.
Mm.
Yeah, we just wanted to represent South Africa. Because at the moment, um, there is nobody who's doing exactly what we're doing, right? And we know there's a brand that came before me. They're just doing appliances,
Yeah.
right? I'm probably the first person who's doing appliances and automation. You know,
Hmm.
so yeah, we just wanted something identifiable where you can be. I remember I spoke to someone in Wales, and I'm supposed to send their parcel, and they are like, I just want something that is going to be unique, that people won't have to ask me where I'm from. They can just look at the product and they're like, she's from Africa. So yeah,
Now,
that's what we're building.
on the point of entrepreneurship, and you've mentioned like how the reception you've received from the Saudi Arabian market and the
Yeah,
Gulf, the Middle East, etc. And obviously, yes, I
yeah,
mean
yeah,
there
yeah.
is a higher end market. We do know, obviously, wealth comes from there, etc.
Mm,
But
mm,
having said
mm,
that,
mm.
the United Kingdom, Africa, neighboring
Yeah,
countries. How has
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
response been from, let's say, Botswana,
Ooh, it's
Lesotho, by the
overwhelming.
Moshweshwes? Um,
It's
I mean,
overwhelming.
okay,
And I think because I give out my name, my number, I just give out my number. This is my number. This is the only phone I own, you know?
okay,
Because I understood one thing, that if we're going to do this, number one, we will have to educate our community before we can be able to create a market, you know? We want a 78-year-old granny, like the grannies that have been calling me, to be able
right,
to communicate to their appliances in their own language. Like, bro, you should not look. Sir, you should not feel pressured to speak English. You should not feel pressured for you to get help. You should not feel pressured. Other countries are building for their own people, and it's
yes,
easily translatable to English. We get that. We're in a global market. That I get, but you must be able to prioritize people that you are building this product for, right? So
right,
Swaziland, Ghana, Kenya. I updated on Facebook today. So they are calling. They are not just texting. They are calling. I can even show you screenshots. You know, a person will convince you that I want it. And you're like, too much admin for this product to get there. You're probably going to pay more than the actual
mm,
price of it. You're like, we don't mind. As
right.
long as we can get the product here. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about something here where you're saying you need a cash injection, right? And you want to create jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you've come
Mm-hmm.
up with a fantastic idea, initiative, a brainchild, and I'm sure there's many other, subs and products that you are going to, in the near future, inshallah, God willing, you'll make it
Yeah.
materialize. You've got
Yeah.
your idea, right? Business
Yeah.
plan. Now,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
looking at a cash injection of about 5 million rand to acquire machinery to meet the demand.
Yeah.
So, talk
Yeah.
to us about this. And there are viewers and listeners right now live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on these
Yeah.
media platforms around the country
Yeah.
and around the globe. Maybe somebody's heart
Yeah.
would be soft enough. Maybe they might come forward. What, if you could break this down,
Yeah.
what are you hoping to achieve with 5 million? How many jobs are you going to be hoping to, create, or how will
Great.
this work? Yeah.
Mm, mm. Look, right now, a person, because I'm the CEO of the company, I'm the founder, I own 100%, right?
Okay.
I started this company way, way back alone in terms of research. I mean the research. And then we just registered the company this year, and then we started right ahead. You know, we putting everything, the final product together. Now, what happens in our industry is that you must be able to manufacture your own product. The reason why you must be able to do that is because you have sensitive information that you can be able to share with the second and third party that they can use to build their own product since there's nothing you can do
Like a
about it.
patent. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, right? Not unless they become famous and then you sue them and then they want to silence you, then they want to settle with you on the side. But your idea would have been long gone, right? So there's there's a limited amount
Well,
of
on
you
the
can
point of fame, just
yeah.
I'm going to say this in a very modest but also cocky manner. You come from royalty, and I mean, we on media here. So right now, you and I are both famous, right? You know what I'm saying? So we're on the same page.
No,
Right.
no, look, brother, look,
No, I'm just
brother.
talking on a lighter
Uh,
note.
look, um, I remember you told me in Joburg,
Yeah.
and I remember I think a couple of days ago or a week ago or two
Mhm.
weeks ago I was driving in Indonesia.
Ah, that's my cast. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was driving in. Remember before I actually got in here, I'm from an interior design and my
Right.
furniture manufacturing company, right?
Background. Yeah.
So I remember I was driving there, and I'm like, this place used to be the hub of small businesses in manufacturing because it's going down, brothers, right? So if you want things done from scratch, you go there. And a lot of people don't know that. But
Mm-hmm.
because of the economical crash, you see hopelessness in the faces of our brothers.
Mm.
Right? And
Despondency.
everything,
Yeah. Mm.
these industries sometimes it's impossible for them to move back up. But I promise you, right, with our idea, with this business that we're doing, they are able to even affect and impact those businesses for them to stand again. So
Okay.
let's say I get 5 million today. I know what I'm going to do, right? Get whatever I need to get. I put the company together. I call my team like, look, this is what we're going to be doing, right? And guess what? 100% of my team, people that I started working with, when I told them that this is what I'm going to be able to do, they laughed at me. They're like, you're crazy. You can't release a kettle brand. I'm not gonna do anything in terms of putting a budget aside for marketing. I'm just gonna post one post on Facebook, and then you'll see.
You got
So
to
all
expose
these
yourself.
ways,
Yeah. Yeah.
all these ways that people are actually being hit by is from that post.
Okay.
So we are in the world, we're in an industry where even if you were to try to convince an investor, they'll be like, that's impossible. So there's no way they're going to be able
But
to invest
now
unless
the
I move
question
money.
comes in here,
Yeah.
Yandisa, is that now what about the skills and the skill set and the talent
Mm.
required to manufacture, or are you going to upskill people? Are you going to
Yeah.
have like a training center,
Yeah, yeah,
or are
yeah,
you
yeah.
looking to get qualified people, or are you hoping to like nurture
We,
people
we
and give?
actually are getting calls and emails. I wish I could share someone's CV that I got a week ago. I was so excited when I saw it. It's amazing. The level of experience that this brother has accumulated all over the world. He's currently working in Eastern Europe. And my brothers and sisters are like, can you please build this infrastructure? I want to come back home. We are really homesick. We are really building companies of people that we do not know. We know that these economies that we work for, we put so much work into, our
Mhm.
people are not going to benefit into it. So what's the use of me uh, being paid 5 million a year if I'm the only person who's going to be driving a Bentley in that community? Not that I drive a Bentley, as and if I don't drive a Bentley.
Well, some
Then
of
it's
us are on the Rolls Royce Coast Phantom League. So anyway,
yeah, and we share
when you
those.
royalty come on my royal level, then
No,
I'm
bro.
just kidding.
No, I come from a part of Rust that does not have money. When I grew up, I come from a
Yeah,
very poor family, an
humble
extremely poor
beginning.
family,
Mm.
an extreme. I used to eat sap and sweet water when I go to sleep.
Mm.
It's not totally sweet. It's just enough to change the taste.
Mm.
But my mind was always somewhere. It was not in the present moment. I can be able to escape in a situation that I know about myself.
All right.
It can be like this. I remember when I lost my son. That
Mm.
was 2 years ago, 2 to 3
I
years
lost
ago.
mine a
He
year
was
ago. I
fine. He
can
went to
relate.
hospital.
Mm.
Yo, that
Yeah.
broke that broke me. And I remember the mother of my son. She set me down and she was like, "You're not here. You have escaped. I don't know when was the last time I saw you. You are not." I'm speaking about someone I see every day. They say, "I don't know when was the last time I saw you because you are not here." And the reason why I did that, I migrated mentally, was because I was trying to avoid things so that I can be strong for her. And she was doing
Mm.
the same thing for me, right?
Occupy your
So
mind. Occupy your time. Yes.
yeah, that's yes. Even though I was struggling, but my mind was somewhere. And I'm
Mm.
glad that I'm here where I am. I'm not there yet. So in terms of
No,
skilling our people, we need to skill our people.
there's a
And
saying
to
that I
skill
always
our
go
people.
by.
Yeah,
Hanyani
yeah,
hanyani, biki biki makmir, as they say,
yeah,
you understand? So yeah,
yeah, yeah, man.
it's from a humble beginning, man. And I mean, I can relate to where you're coming from.
Yeah,
2 years back,
yeah.
a year back,
That's
I lost my
the
son. Wasn't an easy journey and still is not. But you know what? You can make them proud by maybe leaving a legacy behind for the next
yeah, yeah,
generation,
yeah, yeah.
and look
Can
at
I
things
speak
in a
to you?
different light. You can always work with the
Yeah,
negatives to make for a positive. Yeah. But
Can I
anyway,
speak to you
now,
about this
uh, Yandisa,
practice?
we are pushing for time
Yeah.
though. I just do need to, as we are wrapping up the segment,
Uh-huh.
to get this 5 million rand cash. Can you share with us your social media handles, your website, where people can get in touch with
Okay.
you? And then obviously we can, look forward to making this hopefully materialize. And
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
buy the kettle, boil your water, man.
We are sold out actually. We're sold out in hours.
Wow.
In
Okay,
hours
so
we're
now I've
sold
got to
out.
like do a pre-order. Oh, okay.
But people are doing pre-orders. Now, my I heard there is someone who's doing a great job currently on Twitter marketing our business, right? Our
Right.
product. But that's not us. They're doing a great job, but that's not us. And we should be able to mention that while they're still doing good, because tomorrow if they do bad, it's going to reflect on us. Now
Exactly.
On Facebook, it's Zuluish Appliances and Automation. That's our business page. My page is Yandisa Saint Zulu.
Okay. So
So
it's
if there's
Zuluish,
anyone,
Zuluish. I'll get my studio controller Sadek to just share that out as well on our podcasts so the people can
yeah,
view and support this initiative. Yeah. And
man, proud of you, man. I'm proud of
yeah.
your work. Proud of your work.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm really proud of
We
your work.
just make some effort, na jazakallah. We just make the effort, and the Almighty does the rest. The Almighty might delay,
Yeah,
but He won't deny, and He is the best of planners. But yeah,
yeah, man.
ntate Morware, Yandiswa Zulu, Honorable Yandiswa Zulu,
Oh wow,
Kaleboka.
you just
It's
had to
been
go for it, didn't you?
yeah. No, no, no. The Sutus and the Pedis, how we rock, this side here,
Yeah,
Gauteng.
man.
Why it's a kid. Udwa. Anyway,
Yeah, man.
it's
Thank you
been
for
great
having me.
chatting with you. No, no, no.
Yeah, man.
The thing is you have to be dynamic, and I see your approach and vision, and that's where it's gonna get you. And from where you've come to where you are right now. I mean, I wish you all the best. And yeah, let's make Zuluish much more approachable in terms of a global scale. Make the whole globe your
Yeah,
community. How's that, man? In
yeah. So
Walmart,
that
in
can be
for
employment.
our brothers out in Brooklyn, when they walk into Walmart, let them see a Zuluish kettle there or something.
Yeah,
Look at me
bro.
now.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Help
Wow.
me.
Yeah. Now, inshallah, things will
Thank you, bro. Thank
materialize.
you.
Nah, awesome
Yeah.
stuff. Thank you for taking the time. Kalibukan tate. And until we chat again, you have an awesome weekend, Mr. Zulu. And you keep boiling your kettles.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, man. Cheers.
Awesome.
That's Yandisa Zulu, the founder of a appliance brand called Zuluish. And as you saw in the background, images of the kettles that he's just launched, and there's much more items and variants that they are going to be launching. He's also got a cash injection that he's needing right now for about 5 million rands, and you can get hold of him, and we will share the social media handles for Yandisa if you'd like to partake in that initiative as well. And yeah, wow, it's a wrap. It brings us to just after 9 p.m. Wow, we went slightly over, but yeah, when you're having fun and when you're at ST, everybody wants a bit of me. So anyway, alhamdulillah, we make shukr to the Almighty for granting us the opportunity to conduct and complete. And it is only by His mercy and grace that we depart. On that note, have an awesome weekend. Enjoy the football. Man United fans, CR7. Away, A for awareness. What are you aware of? Assalamu alaikum. Eklawbona. Same time, same place next week, inshallah.